There are so many things to talk about now, about the current astrology and all that happens on Earth, right? With Saturn and Neptune in Aries, very worry configuration, with Mars that was recently in hard aspect with Uranus, bringing a lot of manifestations everywhere. It's heavy. But today I don't want to talk about that. Today, I'd like to focus on what we can see in terms of beauty, what we can do in our life to bring some joy and positivity against this, you know, somehow dark period. And when we speak about, positivity and good vibes, so to say, Venus naturally comes to mind. And Venus has just recently entered Aries. She is now in her spring, the beginning of its yearly cycle. So, Venus in Aries is a strong indication that we can now fight to bring something good about. Of course, some people will have the desire to get to war. Some will like that kind of violent approach, but we don't have to buy into that on an individual level. We can also decide to fight for something good. And so Venus entered into Aries on the 6th of March 2026, and she's going to stay there until the 30th of March. What we can do here is to think about the initiative we can take to feel more joy, to have more connections, to bring love into the game, to, foster that part of human nature. So the first contact that Venus did was with Neptune on the 7th of March. Here, the contact between the planet of love and the planet of aspirations and spirituality is definitely inspiring. But it can also bring a lot of illusions, a lot of delusions, of course. But are you willing to take the risk to do something for the better? Or will you remain, hesitant because there is uncertainty? The Aries background wants us to take this risk because maybe we can make it. Maybe we can achieve something better. And so, with this very strong energy, Venus continued its travel and arrived to the contact with Saturn on the 8th of March. After this aspiration for something better and the risk that goes with it, we can start putting our both feet on the ground and work on the plan. What do we need to manifest this goodness? What do we need to make so we can feel happier, so we can try to make a difference? That's an aspect that happened on the 8th of March, but that is still, symbolically accessible right now. As long as Venus is in Aries, we can still follow that kind of symbolic sequence. After having done those two first parts, Venus connects with Pluto on the 10th of March. That's time to initiate, do something about this plan. Start to remove, that's Pluto, removing what's preventing you to progress towards something better, to connect with someone you love, to start working on a project that you have at heart, to start enjoying some artistic endeavors. That's a good time in accordance with the plan of what you want to manifest. And this is going to be on for a few days until the 13th of March, when Venus creates a very nice harmony with Lilith. So if you've been able to start, you will see what is blocking you. You will realize a bit more clearly what you're afraid of. And then you can take actions. That's where your own personal, beliefs will be put to the challenge. If you go through that, the 18th of March, we'll see Venus connecting with Jupiter in a hard aspect. So, yes, we can somehow fear a little bit about that aspect in the current tensed conflict and, conflictual situation. But on an individual level, it's time to be bold. It's time to take the courage to do something, to say what you think, to dare exploring new avenue. Jupiter will bring some energy to this Venus. You might do something wrong, but in that case, you will learn from it, and that's okay. Then Venus will progress slowly but surely toward the end of the sign and will get in contact with Chiron on the 26th of March 2026. There, a bit more analysis is becoming possible. We will be able to understand where we're going and start to see how to put the little details so they are making sense. And after that, as of the 30th of March, Venus gets in her own sign, the sign of Taurus. The seeds we will have planted during its travel in Aries will start to make some roots, and we will be able to progress.